This topic is on, should black people vote? And should we vote? Do our vote even mean anything? And what party is actually for us, if any? Democratic or Republican? Is they for black people? I'm not a political or religious person, and just having the fortitude to sit on the outskirts and look at what's actually going on with our people. I see our people, and trust me, I'm not for Republicans and I'm not for Democrats. So let's get that straight. Because no party throughout the history of America did anything for black people. None. Some people might say the Clinton era. Yeah, if it's the Clinton era, he, the one that came out with 3 strikes and mandatory minimums, which produced mass incarceration for people or black people and minorities that would have been home by now, is still locked up for petty drug charges. So can't say Democrats. Um, Republicans, it is history documented. They are the ones that freed the slaves. Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. The Democrats wanted slavery to go on. Um, I say behind the scenes, Democrats did more harm to black people than Republicans. I could truly say that from my history and research in politics, something I really hate doing because it's all dirty. None of them really is for us. When you start hearing politicians talking tougher on crime and all this other stuff, just know it's targeted towards us, the minorities, because incarceration is $1 billion business, just as slavery was. They switched the narrative from slavery to incarceration. And anytime you get low finances, poverty, lack of education, that's going to produce crime. A person going to survive regardless, by cook or by crook. We're going to survive. And that's just man's nature. Um, there's quite a few things that I really do want to talk about and get into. Now, there's racists and KKK on both sides, Democrats and Republicans. And I'm, like Malcolm X said, I'd much rather a man tell me where he stands, even though he's wrong, than to come to me an angel and actually the devil. that's real facts. Don't give me your second face, your first face rather. Give me who you are. And that's what the Democrats do. Even with they've been making a plan to kill off black people in the sake of eugenics, which was funded by Hitler, thinking that you could, the lighter you make, whiter you make people, the better they are. To where he was trying to get a blonde haired, blue eyed race, the supreme race of people, which could never happen because they're not the dominant gene. So racism gonna exist, and the difference between black people racism and white people racism is because white people was racist by nature. Black people is racist through reaction. We react to their racism, their discrimination, their injustice, and everything that's going on, and what they doing, to the point to where they killing us outright in public with no fear, because they know 9 times out of 10 the system is set up to best benefit them. How could two people get arrested under drug charges? White person and a black person. And I'm telling you from a real article that I read when I was in the county jail, Bridgeport, Connecticut. And the white boy get locked up for 350 vials of crack cocaine. The black boy get locked up for about the same amount. They get the white boy probation. The black boy get locked 3 years in jail. And they got busted at the same time. With damn near the same. Actually, the black boy had less work. So we already see the injustice and what they've been doing. And my thoughts on that is, how could we go with a political party just because our parents before us went and their parents before them went? We gotta actually do our research and see what's for us. Because whenever they start talking tough on crime, criminals, and this, that, and the third, trust me, they targeting black people or minorities, Latinos. They targeting us. They much rather, they say, they try to, paint the narrative like we paying more keeping people in jail than actually we receiving. No, that's a lie. Jail is a big time business. The prison system is a big time business, $1 billion business, $1 billion business. That's the modern form of slavery. Keep the poor poor and uneducated, which keep the crime, which they found a way to legalize slavery through the criminal justice system. There's quite a few more things I want to touch on. I think the next topic I want to get on is why I don't deal with politics and religion. But for our black people, anybody that's going against gun laws, as far as Republicans or Democrats, I don't think they would be the ones to vote for it. Because now you trying to take away citizens' rights to defend themselves. So, you know, it's about survival at the end of the day. Peace and blessings.